Amarillo Sod Poodles and the San Antonio Missions. It's baseball, it's the show, and it's coming up right after this. Adrian Mortjon, a left-hander from Cuba, getting the starting assignment here. As you can see, his ERA is .466, 19-1. Had 20 hits, 4 walks, and 25 strikeouts for the 2021 season. Here's the shortstop, Camden Duzenak, and we are ready to go on this Thursday night. Well, let's play ball, and here is the first pitch by Mortjon, and we are underway, as that one is going to be well hit, but also a very quick out, number 1. Get us started here tonight for the first out. Well, the chance now to give you starting lineups here for the Amarillo Sod Poodles. So far winning a double game in yesterday's doubleheader. So far Amarillo swept the Missions, and so far looking for another win here tonight. The left fielder, Corbin Carroll, will stride in. And now here is the pitch to him, and that's going to be a four-seam fastball, and the count now 0-1. Well, I will say coats and jackets and pants here tonight. Temperature at 45 degrees here at first pitch. So far as the sun gets down, we should be into the low 30s by the time we're finished here this evening. And that's going to be in there. 99 miles an hour called for a strike, and the count now 0-2. Mortjon look like his hands is getting a little numb. The cold can really get to you on these cold, chilly nights. So far it is the month of September, and so far it's getting to be like the fall here. That's right there. That's going to be line drive right to center for the base hit. And that's going to be a one-out single. And we go back to the top of the order now. That'll bring in the hot corner third baseman, Blaze Alexander. And here's the pitch to him. That's a four-seam fastball outside, and the count now 1-0. So far, sun beginning to set on this Thursday night. Cold front well moving in as it did last night. 1 ball, no strikes. That is a four-seam fastball out again. The count now is 2-0. Tomorrow night, our series continues as we have weekend baseball with the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Gotta say, it is our last ever weekend for these two ball clubs, because evidently the remainder of the year we don't get to see them anymore after Sunday. Right there, count now is 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of 1, no score, 1 away, 1 on at first. Now the 2-1. And that's going to be lifted high fly in the air, and that's going to get down for the fair ball. Running hard, getting right there, getting waved home, and the run in to score. And that's going to be a 1-out triple and an RBI along with that. And Amarillo will jump ahead by the score of 1-0. So far on that play, I thought the ball would go foul, but evidently it just hugged the line and it stayed fair. So pretty much it was a good, well hit baseball for Amarillo. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a splitter outside for the count now 1-0. The catcher is Dominic Maragalo. He strides in. Here's a 1-0 delivery, and that's going to be lifted high fly in the air. Catcher has it, and he's got it for the second out of the inning. The center fielder, that'll bring in the center fielder, Christian Robinson. He strides in. 2 away with a run in to score. Another runner at third and 90 feet away from scoring the second. And that's going to be right there to the hot corner third baseman. And right to first from Eschuri Ruiz to Tyler Malone for the final out. Another shot here at this solo shot that brings in the run. We go to the bottom of inning number 1. The Sod Poodles lead it 1-0. Jordan Weems, a right-hander from the state of Georgia, getting the call here. As you can see, 3.21 in his ERA, 14 innings, 10 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 18.
Leading off for San Antonio.
So far, 18 he has on that one. Now that to bring in Aggie Rosario. Well, switch it around. He walked 7 and had 18 strikeouts, so correction there. 7 walks and 18 strikeouts. That's not a bad record for Jordan Weems for the year. Weems from Columbus, Georgia. He was the 2011 third-round pick for the Boston Red Sox. So far, he attended school in Columbus, Georgia. And that is outside for the four-seam fastball. And the count now is 1-2 strikes. Debuted his first ever game last year with the majors on July 28th of 2020. Now, even though minor league baseball was canceled, missions were still in AAA ball with the Pacific Coast League during that time. During 2020, and that's going to be right there. And for the first out, Rosario goes down on strikes, and there is one away. That's going to bring in Eschuri Ruiz, the hot corner third baseman. The pitch to him, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, and the slider, and the count now is 0-1. So far, Jordan Weems has a ERA of 15.88. You got to say his in pitches was 5.5 innings.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
So far, 19-2 was his current career stats in Major League Baseball.
The count is 1-2.
Evidently, he was called to go back to Double-A ball, as he was well injured, and so far he pretty much had to make up a rehab assignment for the Sod Poodles. Here's the pitch, that's going to be outside, and that's far and wide out of the zone. The count now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That is down low for the full count, and on deck is Ben Ruta. Partly cloudy code here tonight. And that's lifted high fly in the air and out of play. Do see a lot of pants and jackets and people that got blankets trying to stay warm while they watch this ball game.
Nope. Ball 4, that's it.
And ball 4, so that will be a 1-out walk. And Weems' first one of the night. That'll bring in Ben Ruta as he strides in. Tying run at first. Go ahead. Now approaching the plate. Now it takes me back to that time when me and my family went to Midland that one year, back in the year 2018. So far we went to Midland and watched the Rockhounds and the Springfield Cardinals. And I gotta say, that third game of that 3-game series, it was freezing cold. I will never forget about that. Evidently, we had blankets and we were tucked in, nice and neat. Gotta say, the Rockhounds swept the Springfield Cardinals that night. And that is right there, right to third, and right to second and first, but they tried to get a double play. Force out at second, but run safely at first. And now here is CJ Abrams. So far a cold front, a breeze. Wind chill feels like it is 40 degrees. And evidently it is a ice cold evening. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first. It is 1-0, bottom of 1. And that's a four-seam fastball outside. The count now 2-0. So far, this is probably a temporary cold front. So far, San Antonio might see some 60 to 70 degree temperatures. Evidently, that would be nice when we start up our final homestand of the year. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch, and that's going to be lifted high fly in the air. Left field, running after it, making the play. Making the play to end the inning. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Top of 2 coming up. Amarillo leads it by 1. Stone Garrett, the right fielder, will come in to start the top of number 2 here this evening. That's going to be a four-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. Nothing and 1. Here's the pitch. That's inside for the cold strike, and the count now is 0-2. So far, so good, as Morjan is keeping focus on the mound and hopefully going to stay focused for the rest of the evening. Right there, the catcher has it, making the play, and Garrett is retired for the first out.
The first baseman.
Well, here is the defensive alignments for the home side here tonight. And gotta say, there is Estuary Ruiz, the hot corner third baseman, being out there. And so far, his position is really important as we all look at it. So far, he's got the best job, and that is to keep the guys off of third base for the visitors. Andy Yerzy, the first baseman, strides in. Looking really good. And now here is the 1-0. And that's going to be line drive right there for the base hit out in center field. And that'll bring in a potential Taco Bell double play. Missions can overturn one, and through the remainder of this season, you can get 2 crispy tacos when the Missions overturn a 3-6-4 double play.
Ball 1.
Four-seam fastball. The count now is 1-0. So far, LT Tolbert tonight, the second baseman. Now, I will say, I remember one game where we kept getting tacos like crazy. So far that one evening, we had about 9 to 10 tacos for everybody. So that would be 10 coupons for all 10. Jordan Weems, the starting pitcher, taking the bat now and getting ready for the battle of the pitchers. 2 away, 1 on, swing and a miss. The four-seam fastball will get them chasing out of midair. And the count now is 0-1. Adrian Morjan looking in, and here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be lifted high fly in the air to the right fielder. And that will do for this half inning. So it's no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left Bottom of 2 coming up, and Amarillo leads it by 1.
Leading off for San Antonio,
Winston Sawyer, the missions catcher, coming out as he will start the bottom of number 2 here in the home half of the second inning. Nothing and 1. That is outside the four-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-2. Well, tonight, let's go ahead, give you teams. You've got Frisco at Midland, Springfield at Tulsa, Corpus Christi at Northwest Arkansas, Amarillo at San Antonio, and Wichita at Arkansas. And so far, everything just looks absolutely good. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch, and that's going to be right there. A slider fouled off. So the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and that is right there, out of play. So the count now is 1-2. 1-2, swing and a miss. The slider gets him down, and there is 1 away here in this half inning.
batting 6th, the right fielder, Joshua Mears.
That'll bring in the right fielder, Joshua Mears. As he strides in, and he is ready to go. Here's the pitch to him, and that is going to be down at the knees, but called for the strike in the count, 0-1. Missions in their beautiful, clean, home white jerseys. And gotta say, we use a very special laundry detergent on them. So far, it is Bravo Plus laundry detergent. And you can find that at HEB in the laundry detergent aisle. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Here's the 0-2, and right there, changeup fouled off again, so still staying alive in this one. 1 away, nobody on. The pitch again, and that is a four-seam fastball, a little bit too high out of the zone. And the count now is 1-2. And that one's down low. Hit the dirt and the catcher. And that'll even things at 2-2. Trying to get him to chase, and that changeup is too high, so the count now is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Taylor Malone, or correction, Tyler. I do apologize, Tyler. Tyler Malone out on the on-deck circle for the missions. And that's lifted high fly in the air. Right there to the right fielder. And Stone Garrett will take that one for the second out of the inning. Tyler Malone, the first baseman, will stride in. 2 away in the inning and nobody on. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a four-seam fastball that will get fouled off. And the count now is 0-1. And that's right there, right to center. And the center fielder will run it down. And with that, the side is retired. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody on bases. On now to the top of inning number 3. And the Sod Poodles lead it by 1.
Leading off,
Camden Duzenak, the shortstop, fly out in the first and is 0 for 1. So far, so good here in this contest here this evening. That's right there, the four-seam fastball outside, and the count now is 1-0. So far underway here tonight, even though it is a chilly, blistery coldness, even though a lot of fans trying to stay warm, and temperatures here tonight is at 43 degrees, but the wind blowing feels like it's 39. Right there, out in right field. Mears under this one, and he makes the play for the first out of the inning. Now, there's a lot of times you have these code fronts, and so far it's just temporary. The left fielder, Corbin Carroll, as he was a single back in the first and is 1 for 1. Here is the pitch to him, and that's going to be hit right to second. Rosario to Malone, and right there for the second out of the inning.
The batter, the third baseman.
Now we're bringing the hot corner third baseman, Blaze Alexander. He will stride in, and he is ready to go. Here is the pitch to him, and that's going to be right there, out of play. And the count now is 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 away, nobody on, 1-0, top of 3. Right there, curveball, and the count now 0-2. So far, if you're listening to us on the radio or you got us tuned in from YouTube Live, make sure you come by and say hello. We are giving free shout-outs until the bottom half of the 8th inning. So far, you better hurry up, because once we get there, we could get there pretty quick. Right there to the center fielder. All right, I said right there twice, but okay, that sounds good enough. You're like, what? Well, I got you, Gare. Yeah, a little bit stuttery, but hey, working on it. Take it a step at a time. You know me. I could get through this. Right there, the four-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. Dominic Maragalo popped out last time in his first inning, and he is 0 for 1. No balls, 1 strike, runner at first, 2 down. Here's the pitch, and that's a curveball right there in the corner for the cold strike, and the count 0-2. 1 more strike from getting out of this inning, which will leave the runner at first stranded. Here's the 0-2, and ball outside. So the count now is 1-2. Looking in is Morjon. And now the pitch in. And that's going to be lifted high fly into the air. Center fielder Hassel camped under it, making the play. And with that, the inning is over. So it's no runs on 1 hit, no errors. And they leave 1. Bottom of 3 coming up. Amarillo leads it by 1.
Leading off for the Missions.
The center fielder, Robert Hassel, will stride in the box to start the home half of inning number 3. Here's the pitch, and that's a four-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. Into the windup, the 0-1. And that's right there, the four-seam fastball. And the count now is 0-2. Right there to first. And the first baseman will take it himself for the first out of the inning. The starter pitcher, Adrian Morjon, coming in. As he will stride in, and he is ready to go. Here in this one, that is right there, lifted high. That will get down for the base hit. First hit of the ball game for the San Antonio Missions here tonight.
Second baseman, Aggie Rosario.
That's going to bring in Aggie Rosario. Sun already set. And you see some colors in the sky. It's like a light red to light orange. So far, it's turquoise colors. And you just gotta love a absolute beautiful evening. Even though it is a freezing evening, but evidently people staying warm. And that's what you gotta do. So 1 ball, 1 strike, runner at first. And swing and a miss, the slider. And the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. And that's right there. 3, 6, 4 double play, and that is the inning. Well, that guy out at first has a little bit of a disagreement, and I don't blame him, as he was pretty much just a head step of the throw, and they called him out. I don't know why, but they just did. But anyway, it's not so much we could do about that. Top of the 4th now, and here is the center fielder for Amarillo, Christian Robinson, as he strides in to start the top of inning number 4. And here is the pitch, and the count now is 0-1. So far for Morjon, it's 32 pitches. And that's going to be right there, right to Rosario as he takes it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
And now here is the right fielder, Stone Garrett. He popped out in the second and is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be lifted high fly in the air. And he misses it. And that's going to get down for the base hit. So far, we saw that last night. And here comes the run. And run number 2 in to score on a inside the park home run.
Andy Yerzy.
That's going to bring in Andy Yerzy. So far, I don't blame that it's cold out here. But evidently, in the month of September, the weather starts to change, even though you get cold fronts here and there, but it's not always a routine where the weather is nice one day and then the next day you realize, oh man, there comes the cold front. 2 balls, no strikes, top of 4. Amarillo score the first 2 runs here in this ball game, and they shut out San Antonio by that score. And that's going to be right there. That's going to get down, and that's a base hit.
Now batting, second baseman, LT.
So that'll bring in LT Tolbert. Tolbert coming in, ready to go, and looking for that first Taco Bell double play. Give you 2 free tacos here tonight. Looking in is Morjon. And now the count now is 0-2 on the slider. So the count now is just that, 0-2. Runner at first. And now the 0-2. Right there, out of play. So the count now still holding on at no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Get him down on a strikeout. And there is 2 away.
The pitcher, number 41.
Here's the pitcher, number 41, Jordan Weems, as he line out in the second and is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch, and that one is far and outside for the ball, and the count now is 1-0. Top of 4, Amarillo 2, San Antonio nothing. Here's the pitch. That's going to be lifted high fly in the air to the center fielder, Hassel. He will get there and record the final out of the inning. So it's 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. On now to the bottom of the 4th, and it's 2-0 Amarillo.
The third baseman.
Eschuri Ruiz will strike in. Start the home half of the fourth inning. And that's going to be a slider down low, and the count now 1 ball, no strikes. So far, the sun went down, and got to say the temperature continues to fall. And like I said, we could be into the mid-30s before we are done here tonight. So far, we are into our nice warm booth, giving you this broadcast from the Alamo City of San Antonio. Gotta say, cold fronts come and go during the course of this month of September. So far, it's just temporary, so if some of you are saying, well, I sure hope it's not forever that it gets cold, I would say, nah, I wouldn't say that, but anyway, just won't say it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and on deck is Ben Ruta. Looking to get on base, and so far get some runs in to score. And that's going to get fouled off as he makes contact right there. And now the 3-2 one more time, and that's going to be lifted high fly into the air, and the right fielder will run it down for the first out of the inning. Ben Ruta, the left fielder, grounded out in the first and is 0 for 1. So far, so good here tonight. Hope y'all are staying warm, and you may have a fire in the fireplace going on this chilly evening. So make sure you bring your dogs and animals inside. That's going to be right there. That's going to get in for the base hit. So another hit for San Antonio. And that means the tying run now approaches the plate.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, CJ.
That'll bring in the shortstop, CJ Abrams, as he comes in. Looking to get a fly out in the first. Abrams can high jump in a degree angle that'll just make you say, wow, so many times. Gotta say, he's wowed me through the season. And it's just pretty good. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That is a changeup inside the zone, and it called for a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Runner at first, 1 away. Bottom of 4. Amarillo in the lead by 2. And, ooh, ow. Right there. And he is down. And what the heck is going on here? And, uh-oh, there's going to be a little confusion right there. Don't know what went on, but that moves the runner to second. And the batter that just got hit gets called out. And don't know what that was all about. That's going to be right there, lifted high fly in the air to the left fielder, and he gets there, making the play. And so far, Amarillo will keep the Missions off the board again. So it's 1 hit only, and 1 left. Top of 5 coming up, and it's 2-0 Amarillo. Camden Duzenak, the shortstop, will start the top of the 5th here for the Sod Poodles. And here's the pitch, and that's a four-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. So far, Morjon has just been really good. He's really had it in him. And so far, his command on the mound is really exceptional. So far, the Missions look to get in and produce some runs. And that's right there, right to Rosario, right to first. And that is 1 away in this half inning. The left fielder, Corbin Carroll, singled a run, 1 for 2. Strides in. One away, nobody on bases. Right there. Out in the foul territory. Left fielder running after it. And Ruta looked like he nearly had that one. But evidently he could not catch up to it. Right there, the slider. And the count now is no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing and 2. And that's lifted high fly in the air. Right to the center fielder. Hassel, he's got it. And there is 2 away.
The third baseman.
And now here is the hot corner third baseman, Blaze Alexander. 2 for 2, triple single, and a run batted in. So far, he's had a great night tonight. And we'll say he's looking to complete a cycle and do a 3 for 3. Now here is the 1-0. And that's going to be in there for the code strike. And the count now 1-1. So far, you look at it, a freezing night here in the Alamo City. So far, that cold front came from the west.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And I gotta say, it is freezing. Now, I will say, we are not the only ones dealing with this cold front. So far, the fans out in Midland watching the Rockhounds and the Rough Riders, they're pretty much at 34 degrees. And that's a splitter. Get them down. And with that, the side is retired. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. On now to the bottom of inning number 5. And Amarillo leads it by 2. Bottom of number 5, and here's the right fielder, Joshua Mears. The fly out in the second and is 0 for 1. So far, the sun fully went down, and gotta say, it is already the time that the stadium lights completely illuminate the field. So far, you got 2 righties warming up for the Amarillo Sod Poodles.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right there, the slider outside. The count now 1-1. Halfway home here tonight, bottom of 5. And that's going to be lifted high fly in the air. Left fielder running after it, making the play. And there is 1 away.
Now batting.
And now that'll bring in Tyler Malone, the first baseman. Fly out in the second, 0 for 1. And now the pitch to him. And that is right there, and now to play. Here's the 0-1. And that's right there. That's going to get in for a left field base hit. So far, Mission's already getting their 3rd hit of the evening, and gotta say, they need to work something up if they're going to come back in this ball game. And time is being called here as here comes the skipper out of the bullpen. And he's seen enough of the starter pitcher, Jordan Weems. So far stands to be the winning pitcher here tonight if the bullpen can hold up to his 2-run lead. JB Bukauskas is coming in 6'0" and 208 pounds, age 23 right-hander. Getting the starting assignment here tonight. So far, so good. And it's ready to go. That's a four-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. Ground out in the third, 0 for 1. So far, so good. Looking for the tying run to come in to score if he could get one way out there. And that's a changeup, and that's outside for a count now. Is no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. And that's right there. Right to second.
You're out.
And he gets him out. The force on the bag.
The pitcher,
And
number
there is
50,
2 away. Adrian Morjan. 1-for-1 single in the 3rd inning. Coming in to do it all over again. As he's trying to get on the board to give his team a tying advantage over Amarillo. And that's a changeup. And the count now is 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0. And right there. And he gets him out at first. And with that, the side is retired. So it's no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Top of inning number 6 coming up. Amarillo leads it by 2.
Leading off, the catcher.
And pop out and is 0 for 2 as he will start the top of the 6th inning for Amarillo. Now the pitch in, and here it is. That's in there for the 4-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. So far the sky is dark and temperatures going down a little bit more chilly than what we expected. So far, last we looked at it, it was 45 degrees. And that's right there. It's going to be a base hit.
The center fielder, Christian Robinson.
And that's going to bring in Christian Robinson. And here is the pitch. And outside splitter. And the count now is 1-0. Line out, ground out, 0 for 2 by tonight's Amarillo center fielder, Robinson. So far, you heard somebody in the audience say, "Come on, Blue, that's a strike." Now, let me tell you, whose job is it to call balls and strikes? Well, I'll tell you. It is the home plate umpire's duty to call those balls and strikes, not anybody else. Can argue with that fact because it's not arguable that you have to come in, and that's just one way that people get ejected out of ball games because they are just not using their minds. And so far they just say, "Oh, you know, I can do whatever I want to do and just call balls and strikes. I feel like I'm pretending to be an umpire." Well, guess what? You're not an umpire, so just don't pretend to be one. Just word of advice, not being mean. Well, that will be a double, and they'll move runners to second, to third, and still nobody out. Here's the pitch, and that's a 4-seam fastball that is outside. And the count now is 1-0. Stone Garrett, solo home run back in the 4th, 1 for 2. Gotta say, he's had a pretty good night so far and looking for more here. That's gonna be right there to the mound. And Morjan's got it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Andy Yerzy.
That's gonna bring in Andy Yerzy. And time is being called here, as you can see where he messed up. And so far the skipper's going to have a word with the starter. Yerzy coming in, 2 for 2 and 2 singles. That's going to be a slider. And the count now is 0-1. 1 away. Runners on scoring position at second and third. And now the 0-1 out of play. So the count now is 1-1. So Morjan just doing really well so far, trying to keep his cool in this ball game. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. The four-seam fastball gets him down. And the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Marjan from Havana, Cuba. Born on February 27th, 1999. Debuted for the Amarillo Sod Poodles back in the year of 2019, as he debuted on July 21st of that year. Right there, Marjan gets a strikeout, and there's 2 away here in this inning. That'll bring in the left fielder, L.T. Tolbert, as he strides in and looking good here in this one. That's a four-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. Now, correction, Tolbert is not the left fielder. Instead, he will be playing in second base. 0-1. And that's a cold strike, and the count now is 0 balls, 2 strikes. Nothing and 2. Right there, high fly in the air to the left field area. And that will go out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. And that is right there to Mears as he makes the play. And with that, the side is retired. So it's a couple of hits, but no damage done here in the top of the 6th inning. On now to the bottom of the 6th, and Amarillo leads it by just 2. Aggie Rosario, the second baseman, strikeout, ground out, 0 for 2. We'll start the bottom of the 6th inning. Looking in is the new pitcher. And the pitch right there. And where will that go? And he's in on an infield single and a base hit.
Third baseman, Ruiz.
That's going to bring in Esturi Ruiz. And so far, that ought to have been an error on that first baseman as he steps off the bag. And that's a four-seam fastball. That is outside, and the count now is 1-0. Ruiz had a walk in the first, is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. The count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first. Nobody out. Not to this point forward. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. That'll get him down. And the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Runner at first, nobody out. That's going to be right there out of play. And good contact there as Esturi Ruiz needs to straighten that one out. Swing and a miss. The slider gets him down. And there is the first out of the inning.
Now batter, the left fielder, Ben Ruta.
That'll bring in the left fielder, Ben Ruta, as he strides in. And here comes the pitch. That is inside. So the count now is 0-1. Ruta has a single in the fourth and is 1 for 4. And now the 0-1, and that's right there. 3-6-4 double. What? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought that's going to be another double play, but evidently the runner at first is safe. And now to bring in CJ Abrams. So far, so good. Here's the pitch in, and that's going to be a called strike, and the count now is 0-1. Two left-handers, that is Aguilar and Garcia, warming up for the Amarillo sod Poodles. And that is outside for a ball. And the count now 0-1. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's going to be lifted high fly in the air, right to the left fielder. And with that, the side is retired. So it's no runs on 1 hit. No errors. And we play 6. And on to the top of the 7th. And we have a 2-0 ball game. Henry Ramos coming in. Start the top of the 7th, and that's going to be lifted high fly into the air. Left field running after it, making the remarkable catch for the first out of the inning. The shortstop, Camden Duzenak, comes in the 0 for 3 and a ground out in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. The count now is 0-1. Nothing and 1, the pitch right there out of play, and the count now is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Right there, out of play again. And looking to straighten that out just a little bit. Here's the 0-2. And out of play. And the count now still remains at 0-2. 0-2. And that's right, hit to Rosario. The first to Malone. And there's 2 away. Here is Corbin Carroll, the left fielder. 1 for 3, single in the first inning as he had a walk. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be lifted high fly into the air. And the right fielder cannot run it down. And with that, that will be a base hit.
The third baseman, number 5, Blaze Alexander.
That's going to bring in Blaze Alexander. Here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be outside the four-seam fastball. Gets him down, and 2 for 3 triples. Runs batted in, and so far we all know what's going to get going here tonight. That's right there. Running it down. Left fielder, Ruta's got it, and he makes a play. And with that, the side is quickly retired.
for the traditional 7th inning.
Get up a stretch as we head to the bottom home half of the second. Amarillo leads it by 2. And back for more. Llanos had 10.2 innings, ERA at 6.75, 12-5 on strikeouts and walks. I gotta say, he is the greatest man to get called up to, well, to get called up to Reno, which is the AAA affiliate from Milwaukee. And that's going to be a ball, and the count now is 1-0. 1-0. The pitch, and that's going to be right there. That's going to get down for the base hit. So make that hit number 5.
The batter, the right fielder, Joshua.
That's going to bring in the right fielder, Joshua Mears, as he strides in. And that's going to be in there for the four-seam fastball. And the count now, 0-1. 2 flyouts, 0 for 2 by Mears. And now the 0-1. And right there, and out of play. So the count now 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, get him down. And that will be the first out of the inning
Now batting
on this one.
33.
Ready to go. Here's the pitch. And that is a four-seam fastball. And the count now is 0-1. There's a pitch. That's down low. The changeup. And the count now is 1 ball. Hey, I mean, somebody's doing this. I mean, so far I just love to come and visit the Weather Channel, and my grandma's cookies taste good, but sometimes they taste dirt. Oh, I didn't mean it, Grandma. What did you say? Are you talking crap about my cookies? Grandma, I am so sorry. Oh, you'll be sorry, alright. No more trusty grandma funds. But you always give me $20 on my birthday. Not anymore. No! Center fielder Robert Hassel. 2 groundouts and is 0 for 2. Bottom of 7, 2 away. Runner at first. And looking to get in. And that's a curveball inside. That looked like it was going to be hittable, but so far Hassel has not made that move to hit that ball, and he holds up. Four-seam fastball, even things up at 1-1. Well, gotta say the temperature is at 34 degrees. So far, hope you guys stay nice and warm. That's gonna be right there. And right out in foul grounds, as the right fielder will run it down, and that will end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, and 1 left, no errors. Top of the 8th coming up, and it's a 2-0 ball game.
Leading off,
Dominic Maragalo coming in. He is 1 for 3, single in the 6th. So, gotta say, Dominic Maragalo. One more time as I stuttered. Gotta say, it's alright. That's right there inside for the called strike. And the count now is 0-1. Top of 8. And that's a four-seam fastball outside. The count now is 1-1. Here's a 1-1 delivery. And that's right there. And that's going to get over the first baseman's head. That's going to be in for the base hit.
Now batting, the center fielder, Christian Robinson.
That's going to bring in Christian Robinson. Here's the pitch to him. That's inside for the code strike. And the count now 0-1. Looking in, 0-1.
That's a ball.
And that's a four-seam fastball outside. The count now is 1-1. One ball, one strike. Runner at first, nobody out. Here's the 1-1. And right there, right fielder Mears runs it down for the first out of the inning. And not tagging, the runner goes back to first.
Now batting, the right fielder, Stone.
And that'll bring in the right fielder, Stone Garrett. Solo home run in the fourth inning, 1 for 3. So far, make sure you guys come back tomorrow night. We are live and on the air on a brand new home. Our brand new home. Correction right there. Do apologize, everybody. Now here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for the code strike. And the count now is 0-1. 0-1. The pitch. That's right there out in left field. Out of play. The count now is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first. 1 away. Here's the pitch right there. And that's going to get down for the base hit. Running hard. And he's in there at third. And that's going to move the runners from first to third. And corners are now getting in there. That's going to bring in Andy Yerzy. And time is going to be called as here comes the manager. And so far he's looking into the bullpen as that will do for tonight's starter. So far he worked a pretty good one, and Morjan is relieved off of the mound by the management. And so far he can stand to be the winner or stand to be the L. But we'll see what happens. Nick Ramirez coming in as he will stride on the mound. 10-2 innings, ERA at 5.91, strikeout and walks 11-4, averages at .167 and 206. So far, so good. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss. The count now is 0-1. 2 for 3 and 2 singles here tonight. And now the pitch. That's right there, out of play. So the count now still remains at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes right there. And that's going to get down for the base hit. And that's going to be a run in to score as Amarillo keeps pouring it on. And that's going to bring in LT Tolbert. First and third. One away. Right there. Get him down and right there as he nails them out at home plate. And there is 2 away. Not a very smart move on that play. And he noticed that that was going to be easy. And as you see right there, he was just foolish enough to go right through. And he risked it right there. And that was for the second out. Pinch hitting now for Amarillo is Cooper Hummel. So he'll strike in. And now you got first and second with nobody out. After the magnificent throw to the catcher from the pitcher. That's right there. High fly in the air. Mears under this one, making the catch. And with that, the ball is going to the right field area, and that ends the inning. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Amarillo leads it by 3-0.
Your attention, please.
Miguel Aguilar, 5'8", 180 pounds, age 28. We'll get the starting assignment here in the bottom of inning number 8. So far, we're going to get a pinch hitter here, and that will bring in Kevin Milan as he will strike in. Or is his last name Maline? I think his last name is Maline, but that's probably a good way to do it. Right there, out of play. So the count now is 1-0. The mission's got 6 more outs, and so far, it would be sad if they don't get nothing here or in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be lifted high fly, out of play. So the count now evens still at 1-1. Here's the pitch, and that's right there. Pop foul. So the count now 0-2. Says 1 ball and 2 strikes right there. Swing and a miss. Get him down. And right to first for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 1.
So it's Aggie Rosario now, and as he's the second baseman. He's got to be really good trying to hit a baseball and try to get a run back from the sod Poodles. Count now is 0-1. And now the pitch in, out of play. So the count now is 1-1. And right there, the curveball. So the count now is 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And ready to go. And that's going to be lifted high fly in the air. Center fielder running after it, making the play. And that'll be 2 away in the inning.
Third baseman, number 3.
That'll bring in Esturi Ruiz. Tonight, Amarillo looking for the 3rd victory in their 2-game winning streak. And so far, winning tonight will put them to 3. Esturi Ruiz, the 3rd baseman, walked in the first, 0 for 2. So far, a chilly night. My goodness, I feel the coldness just coming into the booth. And even though we do have the heaters on, and so far these managers, they may be out there right now just waiting for this game to get over, and hopefully it'll be a night that they could get out of it and pretty much stay warm. 1-1 the count, 2 away, nobody on, bottom of 8. And that is right there, high fly in the air. Under it is the catcher making the play. And with that, the side is retired. So it's no runs, no hits, and no errors. And we go to the top of the 9th. And it's a 3-0 ball game.
Your attention,
Dan
please.
Altavilla coming in.
Number 57.
20-1 innings. ERA at 5.75 here in this one.
Leading it off,
Camden Duzenak, the shortstop, will start the top half of the 9th on the mound. And here's the pitch to him. That's going to be right there out of play. And the count now is 0-1. And that's in there for a called strike. And the count now 0-2. Looking in. And here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be lifted high fly in the air. Left field, and that's out of play. 0-2. And that's right there, out of play. So the count now is still holding on. Right there, 0-2, and swing and a miss. Get him down. And that would do for the first out of the inning on that one.
Corbin Carroll.
That'll bring in Corbin Carroll as he strides in. So far ready to go here on this Thursday night. That is right there and out of play. 2 for 4, double single and a run by the left fielder for Amarillo tonight. And now the pitch. That is right there to first. Get him down, and that's easily for the first out of the inning at first base. Blaze Alexandra, the hot corner third baseman, 2 for 4, triple, and a run batted in. And a run, my goodness. She's had a pretty good night here tonight. And apparently, I think that's what she said. Here's the pitch. And that's a four-seam fastball close to 100 miles an hour. Called for a strike in the count now, 0-1. Top of 9, and that's lifted high fly in the air. Mears has it, and he's got it for the second out of the inning. Or actually, I will say it's the last out. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Amarillo leads it 3-0.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ty
your attention,
Tice,
please.
a 5'9", 170-pound, age 23 right-hander, will be getting the starting assignment for the Amarillo Sod Poodles.
Leading up for San Antonio.
And now here's the left fielder, Ben Ruta, as he singled in the 4th and is 1 for 3. There's a pitch that is right there out of play. So the count now is 0-1. 0-1, and that is right there out of play. The count now is 0-2. Swing and a miss. Get him down, fooled easily. Gotta say, that was just not good at all.
CJ Abrams.
That's going to bring in the shortstop, CJ Abrams, as he's line out in the 6, 0 for 2. And that's in there for the four-seam fastball. And the count now is 0-1. One away, nobody on.
1-1.
And that's going to be a 1-1 count. And there's right there for the called strike. And the count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Get him fooled easily. And with that, the side for the first 2 was retired. That'll bring in Winston Sawyer. Looking in. And here's the pitch. Right there out of play. The count now is 0-1. Mission's catcher tonight, single in the 7th, 1 for 3. Now the pitch, that's going to be right there. And that will do. This ball game is over. So 3-0 shutout finish. Gotta say, that will just about do it here tonight for the festivities. As so far, Amarillo will win their 3rd straight victory of the night. And so far, that will just about do it for us here tonight. And so far, don't forget to check out theshownation.com or visit your San Antonio Missions baseball stadium, and we are live right there for concerts and parties and all that other stuff, and it is pretty good. We'll go ahead and give you the I don't know what the heck that thing is, but it's something. Well, 3-0 our final score, and we'll be back after this.
First, for the victorious visiting team, 3 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Missions, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
And so that will do it for Thursday night baseball here on MLB Network. So far, San Antonio will get their 48th loss of the year. And Amarillo will now pick up win number 50. So pretty much that is all good. Well, go over your runs, hits, and errors first for the visitors here tonight. 3 runs on 12 hits, no errors. And for San Antonio, just 5 hits only, as that will do it. Well, the player of the game goes to Stone Garrett. Winning pitcher on the mound for Amarillo is JB Bukauskas. And the save will go to Adrian Morjan. And the save goes to Ty Rice. So for all of us here tonight, I hope everybody has a great and wonderful evening, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. And that will do it. Have a good night, everybody.